Welcome back to channel everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about how you can create SharePoint style contextual menu in your PowerApps gallery using a Modern TabList control. That is super easy to build and easy to execute as well. As you can see, if I go to the view of any of the record, it will take me to the view screen and I can come back, and if I go to different record, similar kind of menus are there. If I click on the edit, it will take me to the edit form. I can edit anything and then submit the form. And if I then want to delete it, I can delete this as well, confirm this, the item is deleted. And even if I want to approve this, confirm, it will approve that particular request. And if I just want to reject, click on confirm, you will see the item is rejected as well. Let's just talk about how you can build this in your PowerApps, that to a super efficient way. I'll go to my PowerApps. I have this gallery screen. If I expand this, I have a main horizontal container. Then there is a left section for left navigation. Then there is a right section where I have this header tab list filter gallery. Then I have a main container, and in the main container I have this horizontal container for these tab list hashtag that I have created using tab list. And then I have a container for these gallery headings. Then I have a gallery, and inside the gallery I have used a grid container again that will hold all of my gallery records. And inside this, if you will see, there is a horizontal container. This particular horizontal container I have created because I needed the segment value and then the ellipsis icon as well. So what I've done for that is, inside that I have used a label which is holding this item.segment, and it is fetching the data from this financial sample SharePoint list, that is our gallery items property. And then in the second control that I have is a tab list. And if you will see in the items property of this tab list, I've added some manual values to this, like view, edit, delete, approve, reject, generate PDF. You can add as many as options you want to add to your contextual menu. To have this vertically, what you have to do is the alignment you have to choose vertically, so it will automatically appear vertically in your gallery. So nothing you have to do, just that. And apart from that, if you want to change any appearance or anything, that you can change, but that will not impact on to this vertical contextual menu. The next thing is that whenever we perform any actions on these view, edit, delete, how things will work. So for your tab list, you have a onSelect property of this tab list where all the operations are happening. So if you will see here, I have used a switch case, and in the switch, the value that I'm using is self.selected.value. That means if the user click on, let's suppose view, and that view I have given into the items that I have just shown you. So self.selected value will be either view, edit, delete. These are the selected values. So if you want to give them a specific ID or anything, you can give that as well. But I've just kept them simple. So if we go to the onSelect here again, if it is view, then I'm setting a variable where selected item, and in that I'm setting this item. That means the selected item of the gallery. It will hold all the value of that particular selected item. And then there is a property called view form, which is referring to our form 1. Then it navigate user to that default form screen, and the screen transition is fade. So whenever user click on the view, variable set this item, and view form is form 1, and the navigate is to default form.screen.fade. Similar to edit item. And that's how it's work. When you go to your form screen, default form screen where the form is actually residing, in the item property, you have to set the where selected item variable that I have created just here, that we are setting as where selected item means this item. So if it is a view, the form mode will be view mode, and if it is edit, it will be into edit mode. Then I have delete options, and if the selected value is delete, in that case I have used if condition, and I've used a new confirm function. Are you sure you want to delete this item? And if it is yes, I'm using the remove functions to remove data from financial sample and removing this item. Okay. And in the approve case, I'm using again the confirm function. Do you want to approve this request? If yes, I'm patching into the financial sample list, patching this item onto the status column as an approved, and notifying the user that approved successfully, and notification type as success. Same goes for the reject as well. And that's all you have to do. Approve. This is approved. You want to view this, just view this. And there is another option, generate PDF. I haven't worked on that. Maybe in the next video I will think about how we can generate a PDF out of your list item. So I hope you like this video. If you want to create this kind of contextual menu in your Power Apps, that's super easy to create. You can leverage the modern controls that are available out of the box. You do not have to create anything customs for that. In case you need icons before and after these ones, then in that case, if you have a specific requirement, you can go about that. But apart from that, if you are looking something like this, then a tab list can work for you. I hope you like this video. If you do like, don't forget to subscribe, learn and tag. We also request you please join our channel, that help us to grow. Thank you so much for watching.